YouTubers, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning back into this weather presentation for November 21st, 2019. As always, please consider subscribing as well as watching the whole video and ringing those bell notifications after you do subscribe. And as you all know that we're on the path to monetization. I know we're almost there, so that's why it's really important to do these two things. So please consider subscribing and watching the whole video. So today we are going to be talking about the potential for a Thanksgiving snowstorm. And where in the country could we see that? Two places, the south, well, not south central, but the middle of the country and the northeast. And to show my support for the Eagles, you got the nice extra small Eagles jersey that barely fits me, but you gotta show support, right? Alright, let's get right into it. So we're gonna start here with the GFS model, and just to kind of show you how the models are playing out. I also got the European model pulled up and the CMC model, and we'll get into some weather channels of what they're thinking as well. So as you can see right now, we do have a little nuisance storm. Get some moisture pulled up from Mexico, which is right here. We got a little upward disturbance bringing through. So those two are going to kind of combine essentially, and you're going to have a little bit of a snowmaker across northern Texas and south central Kansas. So you can see right there in that loop, some snow filling in, but some heavy rain filling in for eastern Arkansas and northern Tennessee. Alright, so that pulls through with not much wind for the northeast. I don't think it's gonna, it's gonna be strong, but all the snow's gonna be up in Canada. And a tail end with rain, and we got even more rain down here, and even a mixed bag precipitation there for eastern Kansas and western Missouri. Okay, so that pulls down. Then you got another storm system developing. And we almost kind of got like a little dip here. So it's allowing a little bit cold air to come in and try that 540 line. Not necessarily the rain snow line, but indicating some cold air is definitely trying to get in, and that's why we can certainly see some snow break out for Illinois, or central Illinois. But southeast, it's all rain for you. All rain. We do actually have some snow in some parts of the southeast already. Okay, then basically the upper level winds come in, essentially shove this thing northeastward. Okay, you can kind of see where that 540 is just trying to dig a little bit of cold air, enough to generate some snow. Northern Indianapolis and central Ohio. Okay, now keep in mind, this is Sunday. Thanksgiving is still... Oh, it's exactly a week away. I just realized it was Thursday. I keep thinking it's Friday. Anyway, so the storm will strengthen deeply this weekend, and we're supposed to have snow. Darn it. Oh, well. Yeah, we're supposed to have snow, but we did see some flakes flying about a week ago. But it's okay. It's only November, right? And rain all the way through the western Atlantic Ocean here. And it's going to generate a lot of rain and wind, a lot of coastal erosion for the northeast coast. So, something to be mindful about. And matter of fact, that not too long ago, it was only like a few days ago, that coastal storm that was in the southeast hammered the Outer Banks. If I could find a picture, that'd be really nice. There was this Mazda. There's a Mazda SUV that was like buried almost up to the roof in sand when it was all done. Let me see if I can. I'm not gonna. Let me see coastal storm. Oh man, how do I can find this? I really want to show you that. Okay, yeah, I don't think it's there. Oh well. I tried, right? Let's see. Another channel? Anything? No. Alright. But it was just there earlier. But basically it was a Mazda SUV buried. Oh, thank you, but well, 10 minutes. But it was basically a Mazda SUV buried in sand. It was really crazy. Alright, so that storm pulls out, okay, with some heavy snow for the Canadian Maritimes. All looks quiet early next week. We may have a clipper 987, that's pretty strong. That moves through southern Canada, maybe like a little Alberta clipper that clips in northern Minnesota. And then we start to see this. Let's actually take it back to Tuesday morning. Okay, again, same kind of setup. We got a little disturbance coming from the west. Fueling injection of some rain from the Gulf of Mexico and Mexico itself. And you're going to have a nice little breakout of some snow and rain. Here we are Tuesday night around 8 o'clock p.m. I know it says 0Z Wednesday, but that basically means 8 p.m. for the night before. And 998 millibars of pressure. And you can just see the moisture train just coming in from the east and the southeast. And it's going to be a really bad day for you in Chicago. A lot of rain and snow. So this is Wednesday night. Now keep in mind, Wednesday is the busiest travel day of the year, and it's just going to be hectic. across the Northeast. Mainly rain, maybe some snow according to the GFS so far, but mainly looks like some rain. Okay, no, I did not want you in there. No, no. Right, thank you. Then we got another system that kind of sits in the southwest, and it looks like a real hectic day for you Wednesday afternoon. So, I'm sorry. Busy travel day of the year. But you know what? The West could use some rain and snow, okay? I'm really glad they're getting it. I'm sorry to the people that don't want precipitation on Thanksgiving, but to be honest with you, I gotta pray for it because you guys need it over there. You need the precipitation. So, it doesn't matter when it comes. And there we go. At the end of November, look at that. Oh, whoa, look at that. There's dark blue, some really, really heavy snow. And even some mixing on the front edge of it in Pennsylvania there. Okay, but I mean, we're getting too far out at this point. We're getting nearly 10 days out. I'm not gonna get myself excited. But basically through there we go. Let's look at the snowfall map from the GFS through the next 10 days or so. A little bit more than the next 10 days. And it looks really impressive. Talk about a foot plus. Okay. Basically, anywhere north of this line I just drew, you're gonna have snow. Except for the exception being of Iowa in there. But basically north of that line I just drew, north of this, you're gonna have some snow. And even north of the panhandle of Texas could have over 6 inches. I mean, they had that stuff back in October, it was like 5 or 6 inches. Alright, so look at the European model. I wasted a little bit of time on the GFS, so I'll blow through it really quick. But there's that little storm that comes through on Sundays, around Sunday, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I have to keep a continental US view because, you know, so you can see all the storms. And then look at that. Maybe a little mixing bag developing there. Like we just had across Northeast, coastal storm developing. Tail end precipitation all the way down to Florida. So that's really nice. You got your clipper system again, your little Alberta clipper, and usually strong, 989. That's really strong for an Alberta clipper. I don't know if I see one more Disney Plus ad. Anyway, and you can see there we are, some snow on the northwest side, 979 millibars of pressure, and that tail end still trying to get down to Florida, but not quite. Okay, so it's gonna have a big tail end to it. There's a little another clipper system developing there, and then there's a storm that comes through in the busy travel day of the year. It's still Tuesday night. It's in the center of the country, according to the European model. And look at it really deep. And those isobars are pushing together. That rain and wind is really going to intensify with a moisture surge right there. And keep an eye on some moisture down there in the Pacific. Probably remnants of a tropical cyclone. And it's going to kind of, or at least fuel some precipitation. And we're finally going to have a low come into California. Finally, right? And bring in some nice precipitation with it. So that's the good news. Bad news is it's coming on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. I mean, you can take what you can get, right? Alright, so let's look at the total precipitation. Not the snowfall, but we'll get there. But the precipitation, that's the next 6 hours. Just give it a second. Alright, come on, buddy. So in the next nearly 10 days, let me get my key. There we go. So you're talking about over like 1 inch, 2 inches of rain, Central California. But look at this. Look at Mexico. I mean, we're talking about 10 inches of rain. Across Northeast, a couple inches of precipitation. Don't quite know if that's rain or snow. It could be either. Okay, we even got a couple inches there for the Tennessee Valley. Okay, now I promise you I get to the snow, so let's do that real quick. The total snowfall, that was actually pretty much basically through the next like 9 days, 8 days. Here's snowfall through the next 8 or 9 days. And you see much of the country here. Especially for northern Nebraska and southern South Dakota and southern Minnesota and even Iowa there. It's like a little, I'd be upset if I lived there. I mean, in this specific case. A little snow there, but I'm sure that's just a little, fix. I'm sure they'll be able to fix that. I mean, kind of weird how we got snow here, kind of made me upset. But some snowfall across Northeast, Great Lakes, and definitely in the Mountain West. I mean, we're literally talking about, let's move our over here. We're talking about, 3 feet almost, 30 inches for Sierra Nevada and California. You go higher up, probably around 4 feet. All right, so again, there's a little L right on top of us. And there's your coastal low that develops early Sunday. Okay, that pulls through. That's on out of here. and then we get a little storm to the west and essentially pushes on through. This gem model doesn't really, associate any moisture on Tuesday. I don't see another little clipper system like the other models did. But they do show a somewhat, large storm on Thanksgiving pushing through the northern part of the country. And then you got all your precipitation staying through the Intermountain West. So that's your CMC model. And you can see at the head of that system, we have striking Texas right now, and New Mexico, and Oklahoma, and Kansas. Do have a little winter weather advisory as well as northern Maine. Still getting a little bit of snow and ice issues. But we got some flood advisories for the lakes, lakeshore flood advisories. Not too long ago, there was a child abduction emergency. So basically, they're not going to put a key for every weather alert. Basically, if you see this, all this colors, whatever is listed there on the bottom, that means that alert is somewhere on this map. So they only put the alerts down here that are on this map right now. So basically, anything you see on the bottom is somewhere on this map, whether it be in the continental U.S., Alaska, or Hawaii. Just the 50 states. I don't think it really... I mean, you could probably... Actually, it does include the Samoa, Guam, and Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands. So, I mean, if you put every alert that they have, I mean, it goes through this whole page. What is that for North Central? Oh, yeah, it's a high wind watch due to the upper level winds creating some high winds at the surface. And we do even have a special weather statement for Nevada. That's pretty interesting. Let's read. In western Nevada, there we do have a little special weather statement. It's funny. Every time I get a special weather statement, it's like, oh, what's it going to be? Because it could pretty much be anything. Snow showers above 7,500 feet. Oh, lucky you. Let's go through some weather articles real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. I was going to play the video, but I'm a little short on time here, so we'll take you through the maps according to the Weather Channel here day by day. So here we are on Saturday. Yeah, I can see it. Saturday. And it's rain and snow mix. As I told you, that coastal low starts to develop. Not quite on the coast yet, but it will eventually push off the coast. So Atlanta, D.C., and Cleveland have some minor to moderate, if not major, travel delays. Here we are on Sunday. Excuse me. Here we are on Sunday. Your little typical rains, maybe that because of the tail end from that coastal storm that might stretch down to Florida like I showed you. Or combine that with the typical daytime heating and the thunderstorms. That might give you some minor delays over there in Orlando. Mid-Atlantic Northeast, there's that little coastal storm that's still making its way through New York, Boston. Probably have some big delays. Same thing for you in Portland, Oregon. The East looks quiet on Monday. I don't see any problems there. Minneapolis might have a little de-icing delay, but no delays for you, it seems. The Rockies, we do have a little storm in the Pacific Northwest. So Salt Lake City and Portland going to be your only little trouble spots there on Monday. On Tuesday, now they don't show you delays, obviously this far out, but you can see you can tell you the pattern that's starting to develop here. We're starting to get that jet stream digging down to California and digging down into the central U.S. at the same time. So usually what happens is sometimes, well, not usually, this doesn't always have to happen, but we do have the jet stream like digging down, then it usually digs up or digs down, or it might even do the opposite. It might even go up and dig down, which is why I've been having that pattern recently, that different weather pattern where the east was so cold and the west was so warm. So again, we're going to have some rain and mountain snow here and even some, well, no mountains there, but definitely some snow and mixing for Iowa and Kansas and points northward into Madison, Wisconsin. Here we are Wednesday, and as that jet stream starts to really dig down in California, not only are we going to get some snow and precipitation, but some nice cold air. Now, the bad news with that is, this is really bad news because it's raining anyway, but it's a northeast wind, and that means Santa Ana winds, but we really don't care. We're getting precipitation anyway. The whole state of California, maybe except for, Death Valley. I'm sure they'll get some rain, too. But you might be surprised. Desert areas actually, flood a lot because of the sand doesn't really absorb this water that well. The desert soil doesn't really absorb the water that well. So even though they're always dry and the ground, the way the texture is, it can actually promote flooding, especially in those canyons. So really be careful. Great Lakes and Northeast on Tuesday. This would I probably say Tuesday and Friday would be the second busiest travel days. Oh wait, no, scratch that. Wednesday and Friday because Thanksgiving's on Thursday. So be like Wednesday travel, Thursday well, let me put my hand on the screen. Wednesday we got travel here, goes down Thursday, comes back up on Friday because people are heading home. Or maybe they head home on Thanksgiving. I don't know. I'm not telling you what to do. All right, and that was Wednesday. So there you go. That was Wednesday's forecast, and that's the busiest travel day of the year. So northeast, well, maybe not the southeast, because they're below that jet stream, but west and east. Only good spot is pretty much the center of the country, but I think that might change. I think we will have some rain and snow there. Real quick, let's just blow through the AccuWeather. Okay, well, I must have auto-played the video for me. Alright, so here's basically scenario 1 for Tuesday and Wednesday. You got some snow potential, okay? It's more strong. It's a stronger system. It's a more potent system. It can bring down some cold air. Really be funny if they didn't show scenario 2. You're not going to show me scenario 2? You crazy? So why name it scenario 1 if you're not going to have scenario 2? Oh, there it is. His body is hiding it. Give it a sec. So actually, turns out they're on the same map. So track 1, track 2. Track 2 to the right. Obviously, because of the way the tracking latitude is, it's going to be a lot weaker and not generate as much of cold air. And this was just a little brief description of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is really late this year, the 28th. And part of my Thanksgiving break is technically December 1st because that's a Sunday. So it's really weird. Winter light chill. We got a low pressure coming down here. Moisture comes up to meet it. This is your sweet spot for some... Whoa. Discard that last one. But we're going to have a lot of rain and mountain snow in this area. And it could pile up to a couple inches of rain to a few or several inches of snow, maybe even a foot. So, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Again, I know it doesn't look like we're almost there, but the needle is going to go hopefully this way more. So please watch the whole video. If you tell your friends to watch it, tell them to watch the whole video as well. And thank you guys, and please consider subscribing. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. Catch you guys in the next video.